The Astro dice are three 12-sided cubes. And I have them in my hands, and they're different colors, blue, green, and purple. One of them has the planetary symbols on them. One has the zodiac symbols, and one has numbers from 1 through 12. And the way they work is you just rub them up in your hand. You think of any question that you'd like to have answered. You roll them, and you get a planet symbol, a zodiac sign symbol, and a number. That corresponds in astrology to planet sign and house, which is how astrologers typically delineate. And what I do is I interpret the symbols, and then I put all the information together to answer your questions. So there's a lot of different components. There's the knowledge of understanding the symbols, the astrological archetypes, the symbols, and then the intuitive faculty to make sense of all that, combine all that together, and make it relevant to you in your situation and your life. So there's a few layers there that go together. Now, why does this work? I mean, why in the world would three pieces of colored cubes, provide amazing insight? And the answer is that in every moment of time, there is a unique energy, frequency, whatever you want to call it, state, and everything that happens in that moment is synchronized. And this may not be immediately evident to you, but if you do your own experiments, your own sorting out, you can discover for yourself that this is actually true, and it's verifiable and duplicatable in your own life. If you're curious and you'd like to experiment with this and learn, I'm always available to help you to make those discoveries and connections for yourself. In any event, but the proof is always in the pudding, as I like to say. So if you experiment with Astro dice and you experience them for yourself, even though you might not have some scientific explanation you can tell your uncle, you are still going to have a core direct experience of amazement that this is right on the money, that is right accurate, that is literally as if it's with you, it's inside of you, it's reflecting of your exact situation and circumstance. And sometimes the answers that you get are extremely simple, like a simple answer like, yes, you're on track, go for it, have fun. And sometimes the answers are completely the opposite, like some real deep, insightful information or suggestion of that you do some deep exploration or inquiry, or maybe that there are some blocks or issues going on for you that are worthy of looking at, or something interpersonal between you and another person. I mean, it could be anywhere, but we get whatever the answer is that's important. Now, let me expand on this a tiny bit. You can ask one question and get one answer, but you can also have a complete understanding of a situation that you're in life by simply saying to the dice, wow, that's great, tell me more. This is my favorite thing to say to the dice, tell me more. And when you ask for it to tell me more, they start describing the facets of the diamond. So if you think of a diamond that has the different facets to it, they'll describe the different facets and start painting the picture of the whole situation that you're in. I do this all the time myself. It's completely mind-blowing because a lot of situations we're in life are not, one-dimensional. They're not one thing going on. There's multiple things going on, and it's very valuable and important to get a sense of all the factors that are weighing in. Now, sometimes people have private questions that they don't want to tell me. They want the answer, but they don't want to tell me the question. And so I always say that's not a problem at all. I can easily answer your question without knowing what it is. The only difference is that if I know the question, I will give you more detail in the answer because I'll have more data to go with. But I'm not dependent on knowing the question to give you the answer. And let's see, what else? If you have any knowledge of astrology, even a minimal knowledge of the symbol or astrology, then you're going to have a really wonderful time because You're going to be able to build on that knowledge. You're going to be able to build on what you already know. You can have your own intuitive insights, and you're going to track along with me on my reasoning process of how I reach the conclusion or the answer. You can see this is not hocus pocus. I'm taking exact symbols with exact ranges of meanings. I'm putting them together in a reasonable way. And then you can see that the answer is derived from exactly what the dice was that you rolled. Now, if you're not physically present with me, not a problem. You just need to tell the universe that you give me permission to roll the dice for you. So I roll the dice with the universe. No, I'm a conduit or a whatever surrogate conduit, whatever you want to call it, and they will react accordingly. I've had dozens upon dozens of situations of people getting really profound insights on situations, problems that they've had in their life for years. The greatest benefit with Astro Dice comes when you're open to your inner growth journey and your inner growth process, and you're not dealing with situations on a purely circumstantial, physical level. The dice will sometimes deal in strategy or action or the outer world or business or money or whatever. And sometimes they will talk about your inner world, your inner reality, your emotions, your feelings, your beliefs, etc. And they'll go back and forth sometimes between the two. So having a holistic and broad outlook is extremely beneficial. Now, if you're the kind of person that's been pretty linear, intellectual in your life for most of your life and dealing things very much in practical, measurable terms, which of course is a large part of our population, the Astro Dice will often have a tendency to be the catalyst for opening yourself up to other layers and levels and areas where you don't typically look. And that is the arena where such a tremendous amount of big paradigm shifts and transformations can happen. Because when you first realize, wow, my inner world and my outer world are mirror reflections of each other. And if I change one, I change the other one, usually very quickly, then that is, of course, a complete transformation. And that's one of the main reasons that I do Astro Dice with people, is because I want to give them that opportunity to make those bigger shifts.